just be here back to a new regular show review. If I'm Slush, we're going to go out and we're back with the next two episodes of season 8 of regular show. And yeah, we start with another interesting one. And it starts with Benson actually calling Pam. Yeah, we actually see them actually talking again, even though Benson is in space, and this is very hard for Benson, and I feel very bad for him. But Pam is just saying of how the distance from them, from space to Earth, and in Benson's words, he just wants to be friends. Yeah, no longer wanting to go out with him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm fine with that." But then, literally the next scene, yeah, right after he says he's fine, he is just waddling, just crying and eating wings. Yeah, because he got dumped. Yeah, I mean that's how all of my past talks with girls would be, are always are. It always is about distance. It's always about that. It's always about that. Excuse, excuse, excuse. It's always about something. But yeah, poor Benson though. I feel his pain. And yeah, Mordecai and Rigby see him, and he's like, these wings haven't solved anything. And then they're like, you know what will or should fill your loneliness? French fries. And yeah, he sees a French fry, Roxy's famous fries, and yeah, he gets knocked out, but then gets inside of Roxy's French fry truck, and yeah, she seems pretty nice, I would say. And they go to this potato planet to get some fresh potatoes, and yeah, they thought that went pretty well. And yeah, we see these bugs, and yeah, of course, Benson then goes and attacks them, and then they're getting this oil, and yeah, Roxy is actually very very touching when it comes to Benson. Like very flattered on the different things, and even blushing as well. And when the oil gets spewed, he starts swinging like he has hair, and yeah, her eyes start glowing as getting huge. And then when they're pumping to shred the potatoes, she sees that he's got muscles, sees muscles, and she is blushing while sweating as well. And she has to make a phone call. And she calls her friend, and yeah, she's a Crystal. And her name is Crystal, which is pretty cool. And wondering what to do. And yeah, she's just saying of how, about just trying to get Benson in the mood, basically. And yeah, this is just very cute, I would say. And they go to this really cool spot with this cool light. And yeah, Benson thought this was a really good thing that she managed to do by filling out his sadness. And yeah, she tried to kiss him, but ends up bumping him. And of course, he's wondering what was that. And yeah, she ends up leaving, and Benson's having to go and chase after her. And yeah, Benson then tells her of how he got dumped by his girlfriend this morning, and yeah, Roxy was understanding, and yeah, they make some French fries together, and even just saying of how that is some of the greatest French fries he's ever had. Again, very good for Benson, I would say. And yeah, very sad at the beginning. And I thought Pam and Benson would work, but again, sad. Benson and Mordecai, though. Benson and Mordecai just can't seem to keep somebody. I felt very terrible for both of them. But then we go to the next episode, and this is another interesting one. And it starts with Mordecai and Rigby doing this shooting in the shooting range, and calls this laser to go and shoot and go through this Canadian area. And they keep saying A. Every sentence that they, or every end of the sentence, it always is A. And yeah, the Colonel is not pleased with Rigby, and yeah, even messing up some stuff as in the office too. And he's giving this safety book, but of course he doesn't want to do the safety book, which they have another choice by this guy pressing this button and bringing out this tree that is all about safety. And yeah, he's giving Rigby all the basics, and even showing that the drink over the edge of the desk is a violation, and showing of how could some if somebody tripped, and Benson ends up tripping and Pops ends up tripping, and then we see Muscle Man and Skips doing some working out, and yeah, Mordecai just turning off the gravity, and yeah, Rigby wishes that he can go in there, and yeah, that safety guy ends up going in there and turning off the gravity. And of course, they're like, "What is the deal with your friend?" And of course, he's like, "He's not my friend." And yeah, of course, he gets on to Rigby again by slamming the tray and slams the food onto everybody, and even back onto the Canadians again. And then we just see a montage of just different things happening, and again, just wanting to just again, he just can't escape this tree, though. Like, he can't do anything without being told that it's a violation of not being safety. And yeah, he looks terrible, though, and he doesn't know. He's just talking to Mordecai, and then he actually has a plan, which, yeah, he then sets this decoy up. And even saying that that tree let him pass says that he's ready, and given this test, and yeah, the safety guy Trey is pulling him over and was wondering where Rigby is. And yeah, he's saying on the test, and then he's trying to stop Rigby and ends up fighting, and then bends the test, which there's an error, and the machine starts going crazy. And yeah, the tree thought the safety guy thought that they were really good bonding together, and he hasn't had a friend in so many years. And yeah, he sets on fire, and Rigby gets caught, with then having to say out the questions, and yeah, managed to do the safety testing pass, and they all celebrate to Rigby as well. And yeah, like that guy has some hair, I can say, and even gives him the helmet as well. And wondering if they want some more of the Roxy's French fries. And then, yeah, Muscle Man's like, "What? I'm not going to spill my drink." And he ends up spilling it onto the floor. And Benson and Pops end up slipping. And yeah, it calls the sprinklers to go off. Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting episodes, I will say. But yeah, I'd like to know what you think. And catch you next one.